Hey now, Matt Labarber Music here, and I am going to talk to you about dropped D tuning. You might have seen this in tabs or other videos where they say, yeah, this is in drop D, and you might not know what that is or how to do it, so I'm going to help you. It's pretty simple. It's good to be able to do it with your ear. It's also good to have a tuner or a tuning app to help you double check. So first what I'm going to do is tell you how to get there. When you're doing drop D tuning, really you're lowering your sixth string, which is normally an E, down one whole step to a D. Okay, so I am going to try to do that by ear first, and then I'll double check myself on the tuner. So here's my D string. The fourth string is a D, and if I tune this low E string down, I'm going to try and match those two sounds together. So check this out. This is E. Eventually I want it to sound like this. So I'm going to go down until they match. At least I think they do. So now I'm going to double check with my tuner, and I was one yellow bar off. Darn. That's why we got tuners, right? So now I am in drop D tuning. Some songs might want you to lower this high E string to a D also. Just depends on if that song is using this string or not. Some songs don't. Or they don't detune that string, they just detune the lowest one. But if in your tabs or video it says D, A, D, G, B, D, that means this one has to be a D also. So I'll go through the same process. I'll try and lower this high E string to match. Sounds close to me. Let's double check. Again, I was one off. Jeez, not my best day, I guess, ear-wise. But that's why I double check, right? And I would encourage you to do the same thing. Try to do it by ear. You'll get better and better. And then let's learn what we can do with that drop D tuning, okay? One of my favorite things to do is the one finger power chords. So you'll hear that if I play these three strings, strings 6, 5, and 4 together, those actually make a power chord by themselves. That sounds cool. So instead of just playing open, I can play all three strings and they sound thicker and cooler together. So I can do that same thing. I'm going to put my first finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th, 5th, and 4th string and just try to press down on all three of them. And I have another power chord, right? I'm going to do 3, and I'll do the same thing on 5. I'll use my 3rd finger. Okay, so do you hear how like now I have power chords just by using one finger? It's a very cool thing to be able to do. So instead of your riff being like, right, you can actually use those extra 2 strings to thicken up. Awesome. Another shape I want to show you, hopefully that one makes sense to you, is that you can do the same thing. Like I'm going to use the 5th fret on the 6th and 5th string, and then I put my 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the 4th string, and that sounds like this. You hear that cool sound? So it's almost exactly like this, except we bring this up a whole step, and it makes kind of like a 9-chord sound, right? And this is, it is in, I mean, probably most famously, it's in Everlong, right? That's the Everlong chord. It's probably not the right strum, but you get the idea. I didn't realize I was going to do that. Always good to have a plan. Jeez. So, but do you hear that the main thing here is the chord, right? You can use this shape for your own stuff. It's just the bar that we talked about with with your third finger up one whole step. And you can move that anywhere. So, very cool sound. So, a lot of different variations you can do with just that one finger to get a whole bunch of cool sounds. So, hopefully that all makes sense to you. I'm going to show you one thing which they don't usually tell you. They tell you how to tune down, but they don't tell you how to tune back up, right? So what I did before is I used this D string to help me get down, right? Those two strings match. Now if I play the second fret on this D string, that's a note E, right? So what I can do is get this sound in my head and try and bring this up until they match, right? Or I can use the 7th fret of my A string. That's also a note E. Da, da, da. Okay, and now I'm going to double check myself on my tuner. And look at that, that's an E. Ta-da! Okay, I went a little past it, and then I went back down, and I found it, right? So now same thing for this high E string, these two should match. Let's double check. Green, 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 I made it. And now I'm back in standard tuning. So hopefully you guys understand all of that and you had fun learning how to do it. Please let me know if there's anything I can help you with. And also, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Let anybody else know about Matt Labarber music so I can keep teaching you guys cool stuff and helping the world play music a little bit better. Thank you so much for your time and have fun with drop D tuning.